Not for nothing, but Mr. Beast is playing off these Kris, Ava, Kris with a K, Kris with a C allegations reasonably well, okay? He made the one statement about it, hasn't made a video about it on YouTube, cut ties with Kris, said sayonara, and has just continued going straight forward. And what is allowing him to skate on a lot of these controversies by employing a bunch of people that just wanted easy access to kids is because there are just so many ludicrous claims being thrown over the top of this. Oh, he's a monster. Oh, he was really mean to us when we were on set. Oh, he was stealing women's underwear, or his staff was, and it's just muddying the waters. Because if you actually wanted to focus on what the big problem is here, okay, Tyson leveraging his position at Mr. Beast to do some creepy things. If we could have just focused in on that, we might have been able to root out the problem from the industry. But no, at this point in time, Mr. Beast is basically got to tread water for a little bit longer, and then this is all eventually going to go away because the election's going to start to heat up. He's going to go, I don't know, save a bunch of people and some third world shithole. It'll all be business as usual, and we'll all be looking back at this, a year from now. What was that about Mr. Beast last year? Something crazy that I don't quite remember. Because, yeah, you keep on getting these clout chasers coming out of the woodworks, which, yeah, okay, maybe they have some claims that are there. Maybe Mr. Beast, oh, he was crazy. I used to work for him, and I have firsthand information. Okay, I'm sure somebody who has turned a no-name YouTube channel into the biggest platform in all of entertainment, you are probably going to tick a couple of boxes when it comes to being generally disagreeable, unlikable, and ruthless in your practices. I'm just saying, as long as he's not doing anything illegal, as long as he's not directly participating in the degeneracy, trying to foist these complaints and these accusations onto Mr. Beast at this point in time, comes across more like chasing a bag as opposed to chasing justice. Because here's what we're dealing with, right? Former employees claim Mr. Beast knowingly hired, yes, Delaware, if you remember that. Ava Tyson reportedly, yes, did stuff with employees. Mr. Beast promises full investigation in a leaked company email. We went over all of that stuff, and accused of stealing a video idea. It's like there's this concept called parallel thinking. It's a reason why when it comes to other people who do the same type of content that I do, I don't like to watch a lot of them, mostly because I don't want to accidentally take any of their ideas. If I turn a phrase or if I cover a topic using the same articles or using the same methodology as other people, that is totally accidental. I don't ever accuse anybody else of doing the same thing because there's so much news and there's so many people to talk to and talk about on a daily basis that it's foolish to say that you have license over a thought or a concept, especially when it comes to a video idea. Like, come on, man. You're just doing that because he's rich, because he's vulnerable right now. But with every one of these allegations, you end up diluting the core problem, which is, of course, Ava Tyson, July 21st. Wow, that seems like a long time ago. Was accused of having inappropriate friendships with a minor, yeah, and doing things to Lava GS at the time, or when all of this stuff came out, said, no, nothing was bad. And then, what was it, a couple of days later, it's like, actually, upon further reflection, that was inappropriate. Over 500,000 messages from the Discord were leaked, and that was probably a big problem right there, because that is just so many messages. A lot of them don't really have anything to do with anything, but they're out there, and that's what happens. You end up muddying the waters. This soon resulted in people going after Mr. Beast, as it was revealed that he was part of the same Discord servers. Yeah, it was an official Mr. Beast server. Why wouldn't Mr. Beast be in there? And therefore, most likely was aware of Tyson's involvement and conversations. So yeah, you're just, it's guilt by association without being able to prove anything outside of, oh, he left the Discord. It's like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. At the same time, several of Mr. Beast's former employees have opened up about their experiences working with the mega YouTuber. And yeah, if they had these legitimate complaints beforehand, why did you wait until right now? Why didn't you come forward with them earlier? That's my problem with it. I just think that people are being opportunistic and also trying to leverage his girlfriend, which is always kind of weird. And yeah, this ends up falling in the same line of, oh, there's people that don't like a film and then they're going after the voice actors or the actors. Where it's like, we're going to have to see tangible proof before I believe you. And this could be another defense that's being run right now, where it's Jimmy's girl is coming forward and saying, just leave my boyfriend alone. He's really rich and I'm trying to secure a bag. Don't mess this up for me. I'm sure there are some freaks online that are saying you need to leave him. He's such a bad guy. But that's the problem when a perception gets run out there. It's the problem when you don't have any tangible proof. of any wrongdoings of Jimmy himself. Yeah, you can say, oh, he's his best friend. Oh, he used to live with Kris. He should have known what was going on. Could, should, and would leads to a lot of expectations and a lot of broken promises. You live your life like that, you end up with the repercussions. Follow the evidence wherever it goes. Be objective with your assessments, and you're going to find that to be a far more fulfilling process. But once a perception is out there, once a narrative has been spun, right or wrong, it's going to linger for a while. But in the case of Mr. Beast, yeah, once he puts out a couple of videos, they get hundreds of millions of views. Once he does something incredibly philanthropic that the bread tubers and the Twitch streamers can go ahead and overreact to, a new controversy will pop up. Jimmy will end up looking fine, and we'll all just be moving on from this. He can do that because, yeah, he has 300 million subscribers. He is the biggest platform on the biggest entertainment platform in the world. So yeah, he's going to be fine. He's not a person at this point in time. He is a corporation. So to compare and contrast that with an OG of this controversy, presaging the Mr. Beast stuff by a couple of weeks in the form of Dr. Disrespect, well, now he's coming back. And while we have messages, no, we have confirmation, we have additional allegations over the top of it in regards to Kris Tyson. What do we have when it comes to Doc? Oh, he admitted he was talking to a minor. Yeah, but what else? What did he actually say? What did he actually admit to? All right, nothing was illegal. Okay, cool. So a little while back, he broke his silence. I think it was a week after he posted big, long addressing the Twitch ban post. Took some time off. He was going on vacation, whatever the heck he was going to be doing. And then he posted this picture of him in his getup, him on the one side of a chessboard with all the pieces that are out there. And then the other side of the board with a bunch of checkers, insinuating he's playing chess while you're playing checkers, obviously, right? So what exactly is he doing? What's he up to? 53 million people have seen this post, and I look at the interaction on it, and it seems overwhelmingly positive. 115,000 likes to 24,000 and 13,000 retweets. It's not bad. That's really not bad. And then you take a look at the games and the companies that have decided to pull away from Doc in the aftermath of this, and you have DEADROP players abandon Dead Game after the studio removes Dr. Disrespect. What are we seeing here? Community around DEADROP, Midnight Society's early access shooter, is in an uproar after the studio removed its co-founder, Dr. Disrespect, amid accusations that surfaced on social media surrounding his 2020 Twitch ban. 4 years after Dr. Disrespect, real name Guy Beam, was mysteriously banned on Twitch, accusations began to bubble up. Ex-Twitch employee Cody Connors insinuated the mega popular streamer was caught, having conversations with a minor through the platform's Whispers feature. We'll come back to that in a moment. Put a pin in that. Connors also alleged he planned to meet up with a minor at TwitchCon that year. Dr. Disrespect has, in fact, disputed that claim. He responded to the allegations hours later, claiming that the situation was probed and settled, and is cleared of any wrongdoing by Twitch and paid out in full of his contract at the time, with no further accusations or evidence publicized during the initial Connors tweet. Doc went live on YouTube on June 24th, yes, for an Elden Ring stream, which the moment that everything started to get canceled, his NFL affiliations, FanDuel affiliation, Turtle Beach sponsorship, and then of course the Midnight Society gig all just going up. It's like, I'm going on vacation, screw all this stuff. But an integral component to the indie studio's first release, DEADROP, we're talking about the game now. Now, Dr. Disrespect largely served as the public face of the development team, promoting the early access shooter at every turn. Doc was the first to tease his studio's vertical extractions shooter that attended a number of in-person events and frequently pushed the game's latest updates through his channels. Former game dev in his own right, having worked on Activision's Call of Duty series before his rise to fame. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy. Dr. Disrespect was one of the 4 co-founders. Midnight Society's website still lists BM as the first name under its personnel page at the time of writing. Interesting. As a result of his integral ties to the studio for the first title in active development, and the fans are voicing their displeasure with Doc's removal from the team. And that's leading a lot of people, now that enough time has passed, without a shred of evidence presented to the public. This is a wild move, one former fan man said, what happened to innocent before proven guilty? Exactly. That was my stance when I started covering all of this stuff, even going all the way back to it. You can find all the videos that I did this and or did on this subject, and well, I've maintained my position on this. The moment that it comes out that he did anything untowards, I'm not saying that he did or didn't, it's either feet first into the wood chipper, or there's a lot of people that owe this guy a lot of apologies. And now we have Midnight Society with the dead game on their hands, which everybody could kind of see coming, trying to salvage the situation and shed a little bit of light on this, because that's going to be very important. Midnight Society says Dr. Disrespect left the game studio to do what he needs to do. What exactly is that? Disgraced streamer Dr. Disrespect agreed to leave his game studio, Midnight Society, in order to do what he needs to do, according to DEADROP's co-creator Quinn Del Hoyo. In June of 2024, yes, we know all of that stuff. The first companies to end their relationships with BM was the game studio he helped co-found, Midnight Society, after the streamer admitted to the allegations in a call. Yeah, that's the scuttle behind the scenes. We don't know anything for sure. As it turns out, Dr. Disrespect's decision to leave the company was something he agreed was the right thing to do. Speaking with Decrypt, creative director Quinn Del Hoyo explained that Doc's admissions didn't align with the principles of Midnight Society, and it was a tough but right decision to terminate the streamer. All four of us, we amicably decided, hey, what might be best for Midnight Society, that we can go after our vertical extraction shooter and DEADROP and things that we're trying to set out to do, and he can do the things that he needs to take care of himself and all that. Del Hoyo noted that the call was mutual, with all parties agreeing this was the right decision. This was alluded to by Dr. Disrespect in a long tweet where he said, we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. So that ends up as a part of that very long post that he had right there in the social media teases, which are alluded to in this article. Well, it's starting to lead to speculations of either a comeback or of a clearing of the air, and I really hope that it's the latter, that he doesn't just simply try to press on, because at this point in time, and especially in the aftermath of all the Mr. Beast stuff, the way that he can just go ahead and skate because the accusations and the allegations are getting so wild and so distant from the actual issues. If he comes out with the receipts, if he actually has the transcripts, because there's going to be vested interests with multiple parties involved in this situation to firmly clean the air. Because on Doc's side, well, that makes a ton of sense. He comes out and it's like, here's the messages that we have. Look at them for yourself, okay? Nothing's illegal. Maybe some spicy jokes. And it wasn't until right here that I figured out that, oh, this person that I was talking to was however old they ended up turning out to be. Because all we have so far is just more allegations, accusations, unverified email leaks that this was a 17-year-old girl or something like that. The moment the Doc can do a stream breaking down the messages, show receipts like how Pro Jared did it after he got caught up in a bunch of stuff back in the cut, the sooner, well, he can get back to business and shut all of those weirdos up. Because as you can see, Dr. Disrespect sparked speculation again with cryptic social media change. Well, what did he end up doing? Posted the picture like we seen right here, and then he ended up making another change in the form of, well, his banner, his banner on his Twitter account, where you can see this picture right here, and well, it's got the helmet. Okay, it's got the helmet with the Dr. Disrespect logo, and then it has a piece of paper, which if you zoom in on it, okay, it's a printout of the long post regarding the Twitch ban. So is that an indication in some form or fashion that he's getting ready to come back and elaborate on said post? Is he ready to come back to try to clear his name? Don't entirely know for sure. But at this point in time, with everything that we're seeing, the response to the Chess and Checkers post, the response to DEADROP being DOA, I think there's enough people willing to give him the benefit of the doubt to see the actual evidence before jumping on him. And if he comes through with more receipts than what Mr. Beast and Kris Tyson have, well, this is going to be a redemption story of a lifetime. Otherwise, I really hope Activision is hiring, because this is one of those things that you unfortunately can't wait out, especially if any of the accusations and allegations end up being proven correct. But all in due time. I will do the wait and see approach, because I'm not somebody who's going to kick a man while he's down and run with the popular narrative. I've got this little thing called integrity after all. And then all of a sudden Wednesday rolls around and we can kind of put to bed a lot of the speculation, because Doc started to make some interesting moves. And the first things first, like bright and early in the morning, he decided to delete the post of him originally addressing the Twitch ban from the end of July. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, like I speculated earlier, and everything that you've seen prior to this part in the video was recorded Tuesday evening. Is that the way this stuff works? Because, yeah, this is... Yeah, but anyways, okay. So I was just going off of my own speculation, pattern recognition, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if Doc is looking to come back from holiday... If he's looking to come back to clean the air, and then also, like, I don't know, maybe he's gonna get Twitch a rare W as well. You know, they can go out there and catch a stray dub because they definitely need it, because they're also looking pretty bad in this situation, because they also theoretically let a minor in on their Twitch Whispers program, which they were not supposed to do. And we know all the foul stuff that happens over there. So yeah, if there's anybody else I could also use a win in this situation, well, it's Twitch. And then later in the afternoon, yeah, confirmed that there's going to be some air cleaning in the very near future. Vacation is just too good right now. We'll be back soon, though, champs. We have lots to talk about. Yeah, all that stuff. So, I'm wondering, is he going to actually have the messages? Is he going to run through a PowerPoint presentation just like Pro Jared back in the cut? And has anybody else also reached out? Because, you know, when he comes back and he's going to be talking, a lot of people are going to be watching, and he is fully demonetized on YouTube. And at this point in time, you know, he can comfortably go on vacation for the rest of his life and not have to worry in a fiduciary sense. But even still, like, if I was Rumble or something like that, I'd be in communication with Doc and his team, seeing if I can, you know, take a look at some of those messages, seeing what it looks like, and if it looks to be all on the up and up, sign this dude up. Because you take a look at the people that Rumble has signed up in regards to gaming, and it's few and far between. Hell, all of their big signups outside of the Tate brothers and maybe Fresh and Fit, they've been gigantic busts. And Rumble very much is going to be the place to be in the lead up to the election, but in the aftermath, well, they're going to have to capitalize on all that momentum, because they had all of that in spades in 2020, and then they ended up fumbling the bag, fighting a bunch of legal battles, and now, you know, in that joint lawsuit that they have here with Twitter, X, whatever the hell we're calling it in this day and age, they're at their peak exposure right now. So yeah, if they wanted to capitalize and do something good to be seen as an absolute free speech platform, I couldn't see an easier victory right there, to sign up somebody who is obviously done wrong, as long as that is in fact the case. Like, it would be hilarious if he rolls out on the live stream, it's like, yeah, hey, take a look at all of the pictures that I sent to Minor, and he just completely tanks his career. That would be very strange. Definitely be worth watching, but after that, it's like, how could you defend something like that? But I don't really think, especially if he's being so public about this stuff. Like, if this was going to be simply, you know, I'm going to be retiring, it's like, yeah, you know what, I've had a lot to think about, and yeah, I did do wrong in 2017, and now I'm just going to retire in shame. He wouldn't have made such a grandiose moves as he did on Wednesday. So no concrete time frame as to when this stream theoretically is going to happen, when this video theoretically is going to drop, who's going to be involved in it. But I would imagine if he's going to be hyping this stuff up, it's going to be a spectacle in and of itself. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.